Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Helen Gilet on Tephra Sound.
Let me ask you about Tephra Sound, which
Yes.
you did with Nikki Glaspie and Brian Haas.
Oh
What is
man,
that
Nikki.
about?
Nikki, I love Nikki. Nikki is my girl. She blew me away. So we met through Skerrick, who has a night between Jazz Fest weekends in New Orleans called Sauce Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden we all jam together for hours and hours, and everybody's rotating around. And I was in front of the drum set, so I couldn't tell that there was a switch of personnel. They did it really in a slick way. And she starts playing the drums, and I just know that like the earth shook. Like I was like, what is going on? And I look behind me, and Nikki is just like slamming these drums, and I fell in love immediately. And I was like, I want to work with you again and again. So a couple years later, I worked up the gumption, and I had the time to like start a new project. And I called her up. I said, "Do you want to be in a band where we're the rhythm section? So I'll be your bass player on the cello, and and then we'll go out from there." And so then we quickly got Brian Haas involved, and then Rex Gregory, local reed player here in New Orleans, who's just a monster, amazing player. Alex Massa on the trumpet, then Jessica Lurie on the saxophone, amazing, also, improviser, and she can play anything. She's just total badass. And then Weedy Brema on the djembe. And so it was this big band that we recorded in my living room where I'm sitting right now for this interview. We recorded it in 2017, came out in 2018 with our first album. And so that's called Horizon. And Tephra is Tephra. It's actually a volcano terminology. It's about after a volcano erupts, it's all the ash that falls down. So it's volcanic ash. And I like that image of like what happens when you're percolating this collective improvising. What settles? What ends up coming out of it, and what settles down and becomes more a permanent fixture? It's like that. And then Volcano has a little nod to the feminine energy too, and I wanted it to be like at the magma of that group is Nikki and
Right.
I.
So how was the show last week?
Oh my
Or
god, it was
2 weeks ago?
great. So then we played. So the next album that's coming out soon will just be a trio with me and Nikki and Brian, and that sort of is the latest iteration of the Tephra project. And we played a 3-hour set at the Royal Frenchman Hotel in New Orleans. Shout out to the like best and really one of the only all African American led jam friendly venues here in town in New Orleans. It's awesome. We played a 3-hour set, and man, it was so wild. It was so epic. Brian and Nikki and I have this language between us where, Brian is classically trained, so am I. And Nikki can flip a groove in a second. Like she's
Or
she's such a little trickster with the
Beyonce?
drum.
Didn't Beyonce hire her at what, 22 or
Yeah. Yeah.
something?
At 22, she's on and like the global stage, and Beyonce's all girl band. It's like she kills it. And Dumpster Funk, and she's got her own band, the Nth Project, and no, she is a true monster on the drums. And with my like Belgians are surrealists, so I'm like a creative surrealist, and so the three of us together, and I also am like a Prince. I just want to be in Prince's band forever, in heaven or whatever. Like that's my goal. But I love grooving out. I use a loop pedal, so I will create like a groove with the loop, and then she just locks into that. But then I'll come in and out of that, and we just flip on a dime. The three of us are just it's just kind of sick at this point. Like it's
Is it
like
all is it all improvised, or do you have a set list you go from?
no, it's mainly all improvised. Every now and then I throw in some of my compositions that are like, but they're all like structures for improv, like a jam or a groove or a French little like saying that I'll like loop in on the mic, and just to kind of get people dancing a little bit. And so every now and then I'll throw one of those in there. Also have an English song that is about shedding your skin. That's pretty cool, and we weave that in there. Every now and then I'll throw one of those in there, but most of it is just pure free improv that's groove based, and then it gets real out. I like. I think it also gets kind of in the R&B kind of shows up a little bit sometimes, like these like beautiful, like the cello takes this very lyrical voice sometimes as well, over top of the loops. So then I'll create like a groove that's like imagine like a couple funk guitars that I'm playing on the cello, like pizzicato, but then I'm playing bass lines and I'm drumming on the cello, and then Nikki's just like making it all like pop the fuck out. And then, oh, sorry, I don't know. Can we swear? It's podcast,
No,
right?
that's okay.
We're not on NPR. All right, cool. And then Brian Haas, he's like, he and I have done a duo before. We go from Debussy, like classical Debussy and Hindemith, these like really wild classical composers. We have that vocabulary. So then that sneaks in there too. So it's just like this surrealist R&B funk groove based. We get punk rock as fuck sometimes too. Like Nikki and I really like going to that space together. And I don't, Nikki loves this project because she gets weird. She's like, I like getting weird. Like, so I definitely bring some weirdness. So does Brian.
Brian said that the improvisation he does with you specifically was trying to create songs in the moment.
Yeah, totally. It does. It becomes lyrical. It becomes melodic. The harmonies are like they're beautiful, and truly, we have this language that just happens. It's just the right, it's what the goal is as a musician. You just find the people you love working with. They're your friends. We love each other to death. We're a little family, and we just love each other. And you can just start flipping on a dime, and it's so much fun. Yeah, we just creating songs that are like 5-10 minutes long, and we have endings. It's really special. It's a great project.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.